Now live from Washington is Arkansas Congressman Tom Cotton with his reaction from last night's speech. Thank you for joining us this morning, Congressman. You released a video last night really talking about health care and Obama's health care plan. Tell us your reaction from the speech.
Well, the one thing I thought missing more than anything from the speech, Mallory, was an apology by Barack Obama for what Obamacare has done to Arkansans who have had their health insurance canceled, who have seen their premiums or their deductibles tripled, who may not have access to the same doctors anymore. He doubled down on his support for Obamacare. He continued to use misleading data to support it, and he didn't propose any way to fix it, the way House Republicans have tried to protect our constituents all around the country from the woes of Obamacare, like the tax if you don't get health insurance, or the loss of your insurance if you were pleased with it. So I was very disappointed to see that the president buried a few happy talk words about Obamacare at the very end of the speech in the domestic policy part.
And let's talk about some of the things the president did address last night in the State of the Union address. The year of action, we heard a lot from the president last night. He wants this to be a year of action, talking about workplace equality, strengthening the middle class. What is your reaction to this?
Well, the only surprising thing about the president's call for more unilateral executive orders and decisions is the fact that he thinks he hasn't done enough of it, whether it comes from his refusal to enforce Obamacare, his refusal to enforce our immigration laws, his targeting of Christian and other conservative groups through the IRS. He's been acting unilaterally and oftentimes without legal authority for 5 years. It's surprising that he thinks that this would be a new idea, or that anyone else would be surprised that he's going to take executive action. And unfortunately, the one place he could take executive action more effectively, overseas, he continued to sound the bell for retreat and defeat in the world.
Congressman, what would you like to see done this year in 2014 in Washington?
I think we need to continue to try to protect our constituents from the harms of Obamacare. The House has passed a bill that would ensure anyone who had a plan in 2013 that was legal then, it would be legal now and into the future. We've also passed legislation to try to protect our constituents from the tax that they have to pay if they can't afford the unaffordable Obamacare health care plans. We've tried to protect our constituents from the risk of data breaches so they don't become subject to identity theft if they work through the exchanges. There's a whole host of ways that we can try to solve the problems that Obamacare has created if only President Obama and the Senate Democrats would realize the American people don't want this law.
Congressman Tom Cotton joining us live from Washington this morning. Congressman, thank you for your time.